Hey everyone, it's the Detective back again with another video. It's January 1st, and it's time to talk about Bakugan in 2021. Last year on January 1st, I did a similar video to this one, basically explaining why I was looking forward to Bakugan Pro in 2020. And of course, due to the virus and all the craziness happening this year, that didn't quite happen. However, I'm confident that due to the recent strides that Spin Master has been taking with the LGS support rolling out, we're ready for a really great year in 2021, and I really hope that this actually holds up a year later. If 2021 goes well, I definitely will do kind of a recap video, not just on the Bakugan released in the year, but also on the TCG, the development within the game itself, and then also the distribution improvements, which hopefully will be coming this year. So there are a couple things that I'm really excited for with the upcoming Geogan Rising kind of season for Bakugan, basically. Firstly, we have the anime, which does actually look really cool. We actually got a short glimpse at a trailer at the Invitational, and it looks really good compared to the past two seasons. Not to say that the past two seasons were bad, but the animation is it's definitely very different, at least from what I could tell. There are a bunch of new characters, of course, and I'm pretty excited for those as well. I will be honest, I'm not the hugest fan of the show. I know that there are some people who really do love the show, and I will just say that I think that the show is in good hands because at least the animation and the visuals definitely look really great. Anyway, though, let's talk about the main thing, which are the Geogan themselves. And I have the Geogan here, and before we continue further, I just want to say that last year's video was kind of like a little bit of an unscripted sort of rant video, and I wanted to do a similar thing with this. I do have a little list of notes that I'm just kind of reading that I just jotted down, basically, but I still want this to be like one video. I might make some cuts throughout, but the point is that this is just kind of my raw and initial thoughts just going into the year on January 1st, so I'm just very excited. The Geogan themselves look fantastic. As you can see here, I have two Arcleons and Surturan. These are just the Geogan that I actually got sent. All three of these are fantastic. I've seen some of the other Geogan. They look amazing. And the Geogan gimmick within the game is also really great. I love how they integrated them in, how you basically play them on top of your character card, and they kind of swap out with the character card for that turn, and then it lets you basically kind of re-roll, quote-unquote, your Bakugan. That's definitely very cool, and it also is a good way to basically introduce these very powerful cards, because Geogan are very strong. It's a good way to introduce those type of cards because they can basically be used in any deck with that faction. That's definitely very nice. One thing that I'm not looking forward to, though, is the fact that you actually need the Geogan in your deck to be able to play the game. And this is something that absolutely needs to be fixed. This is the reason why Legacy ended up failing, and we're only in Season 3. I know that in the Legacy series, it started in Season 2, but support pieces should not be necessary for gameplay. I mean, sure, there's the whole thing that, you have to take the Baku core, and then you drop the Geogan from one card length above, but honestly, the chance that you're going to miss the drop is so low, and the fact that you need to actually purchase these Geogan toys just to use the cards is really unfortunate. What's more is the fact that, well, I'm going to speak about this later in the video, but the LGS support is coming out, and we still haven't gotten Fusion Force and Shields of Vestroia, so that's kind of what's coming out now. So as such, Secrets of the Geogan isn't going to be releasing probably until, I'd say, between, spring and summer. I'd say around that time period, end of spring, very beginning of summer. I'd say that's when that set's going to be releasing. And again, I'll speak on the actual TCG a little bit more later in the video. But by the time that Secrets of the Geogan releases, and that we actually get cards like Diamond Sluggler, Mega Arcleon, all those type of cards, these might be off the shelves. And that's what scares me, because not only do you need the toy to play, but when the actual card set comes out, people might not even be able to buy the toy anymore. And especially since LGS are going to be getting these packs, it's going to be on a totally different schedule with the toy releases, which means that not only is it bad enough that you need to buy the toy to use the cards, but now some people might not even be able to buy the toy even if they wanted to. just because they're off store shelves. And that makes sense. Like, you know, toys only stay on the shelves for a certain amount of time before they're replaced with the upcoming waves. But this is actually really, really bad for a multitude of reasons. If you guys remember, in Season 2 of Bakugan, in the original Legacy series, we got Traps. Then we got Battle Gear. Then we got, like, Mobile Assaults and, like, Baku Suits and stuff. And then we got Mechtagon and Baku Nano. And Baku Gear was really, like, at first, I was really worried about Baku Gear, since I thought that Baku Gear were going to be required for the gameplay, but they weren't. And Baku Gear are honestly my favorite card type. I absolutely love Baku Gear. I think it's an amazing gimmick. And when I heard of the Geogan cards, and when we got the effects of them and stuff, I was absolutely in love with them. I think I actually might like the Geogan more than Baku Gear. I'll have to see how they work in the games a little bit more, but the fact that you actually need to use a toy with them is ridiculously disappointing, because this is immediately a negative, and like Geogan have actually started releasing in some areas, like some of the Geogan Brawler packs and the Geogan Starter packs. I don't think that people have been finding the like single packs yet, but like they're not even supposed to release until like late January, so we still have a couple of weeks until they're actually supposed to be releasing in places. But the fact that you need to use the toy is just a very, very bad sign, and hopefully as a community we can affect change. It's worked in the past. There have been times when we've recommended to people that something is done, and it's worked. They've heard our pleas and our cries in the past, but I feel like this is honestly the most important thing that we need to, like, cry and plead about at this point, because honestly, the game is going down a bad path if Geogan are a necessary game piece. Because what's going to happen next year is we're going to have even more like Geogan potentially, even more Baku Gear, and then we're going to have some other new gimmick. And who knows, maybe that new gimmick is going to also be required to play. And it needs to be stopped. I hope that Spin Master realizes that this is a horrible mistake, and that this is why their game initially died back in like 2012. So we'll have to see what happens from here on out, but I guess once they start promoting Geogan, maybe just go on their social medias and whatever, and maybe send them a message. I don't know if it'll work, but send a message, leave a comment. Don't spam them, of course, but just be polite about it and explaining why the Geogan are a bad idea. And that way, hopefully, they will hear and they will change the rulings on them. Anyway, though, the thing that I'm looking forward to the most in 2021 is by far the TCG. I did not expect to be this addicted to the card game when Bakugan Reboot was announced in 2019. Like, I really did not. But in May 2019, I went to MomoCon. That was the first time I had an experience playing the TCG, and since then, I've been absolutely obsessed with it, to the point where I actually care about the TCG a little bit more than I actually care about the Bakugan themselves. And I hope that you guys have noticed that. If you've been following me since 2019, you'll actually know that I actually did not buy a ton of Armored Alliance products, and there were a couple reasons for that. The first reason is simply because distribution in my area has been really horrible lately, and also with the virus and everything, I haven't been able to go to stores as often as I would have liked. But I've been purposely not buying everything, and the reason for that is because I've been waiting for the TCG. And LGS support is starting to happen. We have the blind boxes, we have Fusion Force, we have Armored Elite, and we have the card collections, and I'm so happy that this is happening. But it's not over yet. We need to wait until every single card shop who wants Bakugan, we need to wait until they get it. We need to make sure that that happens, and it's definitely looking very, very good. So, of course, we have Fusion Force coming out right now, and Fusion Force was theoretically supposed to release, I think, in like September. That was the estimated release of Fusion Force, I think, and nothing happened. We didn't get any reveals. We were supposed to have reveals. Like, I am one of the Baku Masters. There were supposed to be reveals that we were going to do, but that never happened, and I hope that it happens soon, because I know it happened with Age of Orlis, and that was amazing, and it didn't happen with Armored Elite, of course, because those were revealed at the Invitational, but I really hope that we get to do reveals for Shields of Astroya and Secrets of Geogan. That would be amazing, because that would really hype up the community, and I'd absolutely love that. Anyway, though, I feel like Fusion Force, since Fusion Force is coming out now, kind of in December, this is when all the, like, any hobby store who wants to get Bakugan stuff can get Armored Elite and Fusion Force right now. Armored Elite technically, like, released over the summer, I guess, like, late, almost close to, kind of like early, like, late summer, like, September, August, I guess. It's kind of when Armored Elite started rolling out, like, online and such. So I feel like Shields of Astroya, since Fusion Force is coming out now, I feel like Shields of Astroya is going to come out in like maybe February. And I have a feeling that Secrets of Geogan will come out maybe in like April or May. It really needs to happen. I'm really hoping that we can get these out because, again, if nothing bad happened this year for Bakugan, then what was supposed to happen is Armored Elite was supposed to come out in February. That was the release date for that. And then we were supposed to get, I think, like, Fusion Force was supposed to come out in, like, May or April. Like, in the spring sometime. And then I assume that right now, when Fusion Force is coming out, that is when Shields of Astroya was supposed to come out. So, it's very chaotic, but I'm really, really hopeful that we can actually have this happen. But yeah, those are my biggest hype, kind of my biggest hype moments for 2021. Overall, I'm very excited. Again, the Geogan, not excited about those. However, the TCG, I am very excited for. I am just absolutely excited for this. I really hope I can get my LGS to get stuff. They haven't really been open as of lately, like, for actual gameplay, so I'm really hoping that they'll still be able to get product. If they do, I'm like, of course I'm going to go there, and I'm probably going to buy, like, all their stuff, because, like, I mean, assuming I have enough money for it, but I do want to get another box of Fusion Force, and I do want to get the blind boxes, and I do want to get more Armored Elite, so honestly, if they get anything, I'm probably going to buy at least, like, one of everything, basically. Anyway, though, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm the Detective. Please comment down below what you are looking forward to, because again, I am a Baku Master. Spin Master doesn't watch all my videos, but they probably watch some of them, and if they're gonna watch this video, I really want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Please just put something down there for me to see, for other people to see, and then most of all, for Spin Master and for the Bakugan team to see. Just what you're looking forward to, what you're pleased with, what you're not pleased with. Again, the Geogan, the fact that you need to actually own the toy, I'm not pleased with that. That needs to change. I'm very pleased with the LGS support. I mean, it came late, but at least better late than ever. Anyway, though, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm excited for Bakugan in 2021, and I'll see you in the next one.